Hello and welcome back to Chris's Corner. We have another tree topper in our midst. It is the Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas Dr. Finkelstein Lab. And it is a tree topper, not just a tabletop. When this ornament was released, it was
$139.99 US and $179.99 Canadian.
Third-party sites. Been to a couple. One didn't have it, the other one does, but it's out of stock. They were selling it for $144 US plus your shipping.
And this is a big box.
Evil Bay is the most expensive, is $145 US.
Wow.
Or $203 Canadian.
Exchange is brutal.
And then you've got your shipping on top of that. This one is a bid offer. Starting bid is $85 or $120. You can still get this in the store though.
Can you?
We picked ours up the other day.
Yeah, but we special order ours. I don't know how many they have of these in the store. I don't think they get very many of these.
I'm pretty sure there was another one on the shelf.
Okay.
So if you can get it at the store, get it at the store. But again, as I always say, do your research and homework. Find the best possible price and get it from that person instead of triple or 4 times as much on Evil Bay.
I don't know how many of the stores get. I mean, judging by the size of the box, or the size of the storage area that you need for this ornament, I can't see them getting too many of these per store.
For those that haven't seen this tree topper before, I had to push the turntable all the way to the back of the table just to get it in frame.
This thing is massive.
It is big.
It is huge.
There's the size of my hand in comparison. So, and my hand was about an inch away from the box. Back of the box says...
The back of the box says, Jake Angel's first drawing earned him a spot on a parade float. Back in grade school, Jake's blue ribbon-worthy doodle about the importance of recycling scored the budding artist free tickets to a rodeo and position of honor in the parade. He's still wowing crowds with his artistic talents, but now Jake's creation earned him a special spot on the tree in countless homes around the world. Connect this tree topper to the 5-volt power adapter included to see continuous light effects as the top dome rotates to project a light show onto your ceiling. Press the button on the remote to hear dialogue and music from the film. Add the coordinating Dr. Finkelstein ornament to unlock additional content and experience interactive performances. There's a lot going on in this box.
Parties in the box.
I don't know how I feel about this yet.
Well, we haven't seen it
It's
working.
Not even that part, though. It's this. Now we have Dr. Finkelstein, additional ornament, only works with the tree topper. My original set doesn't, right?
Let's put an asterisk by this. This is Heather's genre. This is Heather's go-to for Disney movie.
Always.
So, yeah.
For me to be criticizing it, it's not a good thing. My question...
Well, I don't think you're criticizing yet.
I'm questioning.
You are criticizing the fact that you just finished last year your first
set of storytellers.
And then the following year, they bring out a tree topper
and another
Dr. Finkelstein that interacts with this.
So if you're going to bring out more to interact with this, what are you telling me?
Well, I think I can suggest that you're going to be doing what I did.
Yeah, I'm going to need another tree.
No, I still have the same tree.
Yeah. They have to visit
the original storyteller Star Wars set was ships. Of course, you're not going to have ships for your Nightmare Before Christmas figures. You might have to put the original storytellers on your Jack Skellington wreath.
Because I have 2 sets of storytellers on my tree now. I have the Nightmare set and I have the Haunted Mansion set. So I already have 2 sets of storytellers on there.
Right, but we're also going to be putting the Haunted Mansion set in the bedroom permanently.
Yes, so they won't go back on the tree once we get that situated.
Right, because we have a Haunted Mansion.
But right now, There's no way I can get a third set on that tree. It's just...
Well, you can.
I can if I have a bigger tree and less ornaments.
Well, no, because we've been saying that about my Star Wars
yeah,
tree
but
for
you
the
have
past...
a 7.5-foot tree. I have like a 6-foot tree.
Well, we've been saying that we're not going to fit all the ornaments on my tree for the past 5 years.
Chris, have you seen your tree?
We have not bought a new tree.
Yeah, we
just keep finding more room, and we both know how many ornaments Star Wars comes out.
Yes, yes,
Hallmark
we do.
comes out with Star Wars, right?
Yes, we do. Well, my point is, okay, you want to do another set. What are you going to put in the set? Another Jack, another Sally.
Well, that's a given.
Another Boogie.
Maybe a Zero. A Boogie for sure. So there's, what's that, 4?
I don't think that...
Jack, Sally, Zero, Boogie.
Sandy Claus.
Well, you've already got the Finkelstein, so you got room for 2 more.
The Boogie's Boys.
Yeah, you might end up with a Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
But don't we have a Lock, Shock, and Barrel already?
Well, yeah. I'm just filling out the set.
And Sandy Claus.
Yeah, I'm going to say maybe for that, just to...
I will be disappointed if I literally get the same set of ornaments regurgitated. I really will.
Well, it almost falls into the category of waste of money.
Right.
Because you can't tell me that they didn't know these were coming out.
And if you made this interact with the current set, I'd be fine with that.
Or the year before.
Right. I would be so happy if we could just plop this guy on the top of my tree and he interacts with the entire set that's already there.
Well, to maybe alleviate some of your concern, I love both of my sets.
Okay.
So I wish the ships had have come with an interactive Death Star.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Because the original Death Star that came out wasn't
interactive
at all with any of them. And then they came out with the Storytellers, which wasn't interactive with the first Death Star or the second Death Star. The second Death Star came out, and when I say second Death Star, I mean the second generation of the first Death Star. It would be very cool if they came out with it half destroyed or half built.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Death Star 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you'll be happy because you'll be able to move the original set off of the tree and place it someplace else to expand your collection. You're freeing up room.
I suppose.
You're not adding more ornaments to the tree. You're removing them and adding them back.
Your wreath, where you have your second set or your first set, however you want to put it, they're just ships, though.
Ships and
right? But the problem is much like your Star Wars Storyteller set, they all have bases, so it makes them that much bigger.
That's the second set,
right? But that's what all my Nightmare guys are. They all have bases. They're all big guys. I don't know. You know what? Let's just wait and see what they do next year, and then I will save my judgment. But right now, I'm very skeptical that this is not going to be something.
I think when we bring this conversation up again next year, when more
come
out,
I will happily say I was wrong.
It's not about being wrong. I think you're just you'll be happy with what you get.
All right.
Yeah, and same goes with everybody else out there that's got the same feeling of, oh, why did I just spend all this money? If you're a fan and you like buying these things,
you're going to spend the money.
You're going to spend the money anyhow, and you're going to be happy with both. So let's call a spade a spade.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay, where are we here?
Let's take it out of the box.
We're going to take it out of the box.
It's going to take some skill.
We got to stand up for this.
I have T-Rex arms, so this is going to be funny.
The other thing we need to be fearful of, or not fearful of, but to let everybody know. I'm going to back up just a bit. Hold it.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you'd do that, because it is a massive clamshell.
I am going to try to...
Holy cow.
I'm going to shut off the spinner for now.
Thank you. Can you see if I'm even remotely close to camera here?
You are perfect on camera, top camera.
Wow. Okay, so clamshell is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, the clamshell bends for the top only in one direction.
Yeah. And the front just goes on.
Yeah.
So here's your stem. And your power cord.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the remote.
Oh, yeah.
That is fantastic.
I'll take this. I'll zoom in.
I absolutely love the remote.
Rip.
Absolutely beautiful.
I believe the
I
batteries...
believe Kelly checked the batteries for me.
His face is the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, his face is the button. So that's a really cool...
Yeah, it's very awesome. Okay, so...
You take the...
I'll take them out this way.
I'll take the clamshell. No, the batteries are not in it. Right
there. Okay, so she didn't. Please stop!
I will put everything back in for storage, for safekeeping.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it a little closer.
I can get you there in a second.
Yeah. Look at Sally in the window.
That's cute.
That's adorable.
Jack down at the bottom.
Yeah, there's Jack.
And there's the eye for the remote.
Yeah. You got some pumpkins. It's really, 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 really hard to see. You're not going to see it on camera, but it does say Finkelstein on the sign. It's very, very cool. Like as far as...
Plug port?
Yeah. So the top, which is where your light show is going to come from.
Bats and stars.
Snowflakes.
Yeah, that should be interesting to
Cool,
see. It looks like a dead reindeer.
Oh, awesome. I love the dead reindeer. Who doesn't love a dead reindeer?
All right, sit it back down.
And then the tree topper port goes into there, and the speaker's on the bottom.
Yep, and then turn it back on.
Woo! That is quite the tree topper.
Yeah, it's in frame.
And it comes with a whole set of instructions. So the box includes the tree topper, the remote, the batteries for the remote, the power adapter, and the support rod with 3 hook and loop fasteners to mount it to your tree. Now the funny thing was when we went into the store and I saw this, and I was like, ooh, ooh. And Tiffany's like, yeah, we have one in back for you. And I was like, isn't it a tree topper? And she said, no. It's just a tabletop. I was like, pretty sure there's a tree topper. No. It's just a tabletop. I was like, okay. And then afterwards we realized, no. It's actually a tree topper.
Well, it actually does say tree topper.
It does. But I mean, they don't have a tree in the store that they're able to put these on. So she took it out of the box, probably going, oh, this is so cool. It'll sit on the table.
I think everything that's come out so far that is similar to this, that has been on their tabletops, has been a tree topper as well.
I think so.
The only one I'm questioning that is not is the other item that we picked up, and that is the Star Wars house.
That is strictly a tabletop.
I am pretty sure that's just a tabletop.
And I'm 99% sure it'll say right on the box that it is just a tabletop. Christmas table decoration. So yeah, so...
Video for that coming shortly.
Yeah, that kind we need to get out
probably
too. But
within the next 2 or 3 videos of this one.
Yeah. The only problem I have with this, if you put it on a tabletop, the speaker's on the bottom.
Well, it probably has legs, right?
Think so?
Well, it has the little lift. Yeah, it's got little lift.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you'd still probably hear it okay.
You'll hear it okay. There was one ornament. It's Leia and Vader of mine. Yeah. The bottom is totally flat. And when you put it on like a flat surface, like a kitchen counter,
we couldn't hear it.
You can't hear it. It's totally muffled.
And it was funny.
It's like the sound shuts off when you put it down.
Because we checked every ornament we took them out of the box to make sure that they worked.
So I think since then, you've found that they put these little legs on it so the sound...
To make sure that if I don't want to put this on the tree...
The only issue with that is when it's on fabric like this or the spinner, it's going to muffle it and you're going to lose it. My suggestion is take a coaster.
Yeah, we'll lift it up.
Take a coaster, put it underneath the bottom. It may not sit as level unless you get something a little bigger than a coaster, but at least you're going to get that sound thrown a lot further than you would if you just put it right down on the table. Tips and tricks.
I know Tiffany and Kelly are very interested to see how this is going to work on top of our tree because our tree spins. The top of the dome light spins. So we have a lot of
depending on which way the tree spins, it's either going to be going really, really quickly, or not at all.
Yeah, it's going to be weird.
So if
Kelly
the tree
did
spins,
say, I can't wait to see the video on this.
If the tree spins clockwise rotation and the top of this thing spins counterclockwise, it's basically just going to be stagnant unless the speeds are a little bit off.
It's going to be weird.
And if they're both going clockwise or counterclockwise, it's going to really spin. It's going to look like a tornado on the ceiling, right? So
oh, man.
It should be interesting in my mind what it does.
I think so.
I don't know if we've got enough. It's light outside. We're filming this during the day. Hopefully I can get something covering the window so that we can darken the room to see if it does once we get this going. So
maybe we'll take a little bit of video after we do get it on the tree and just to see how it looks.
Yes. Okay. We're going to take a pause right now. For you, it'll be 0 time. For us, we're going to do the video for the Dr. Finkelstein, and then we're going to link these together. So you're going to get both the tower and Dr. Finkelstein working together. And then we'll show you how to put everything back in the box after we're done. So we'll be right back. All right, hello, and we're back. We've got everything hooked up here. We plugged in the tower, and when we plugged in the ornament, the Dr. Finkelstein ornament, the bottom of the tower all lit up green, so we are good to go. What was the only thing we were saying off camera? Oh, the lights.
It's very hard to see the projection.
Yeah, we put a towel or blanket over the window, and with all the lights off, it's still not quite dark enough in here yet to show. I'm trying to shut the monitor off.
Yeah,
I think it's the other side, isn't it?
No. Well, it's not going to make much difference anyway. So
yeah,
you can't really see the.
Once we get it on the tree, we'll see, because it'll be closer to the ceiling, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. If it's closer to the ceiling, you should have a better.
And with a white ceiling, it might show up maybe a little better. Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe. I'm noticing that the lights change color on the tower, and the same light changes on the doctor. So green, blue.
Okay, so neither one of us has seen this hooked up?
Nope, I refused to. All I did in the store was look at the pretty lights. That's all I did.
I don't think they had one hooked up like this in the store.
They had it on, but I don't think.
They had the tower on.
Yeah, but they didn't
have it hooked up. No. Hooked up to the ornament.
Correct.
All right. Do we dim the lights for this? Or play it through?
Do you want to try playing it through with the lights on, and then we'll try it with the lights off and just see what happens?
Let's dim the lights.
Okay. Go for it.
You shut the power off on the camera. I'll get the house lights.
I'm going to steal the remote.
I'm going to...
Okay, you can kind of see on the camera.
I'm going to attempt.
It's not easy, but you can see in the back. There is lights that you can definitely tell.
I'm just trying to dim the lights in the background just a bit more.
You certainly can't tell that it's any form of bat, right? But it is kind of pretty. And it is a color changing light.
You can see it a bit on the background.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna. It doesn't show up on camera.
It does actually. You can see it on camera a little bit. It's not very clear, but it's a very subtle effect even for us.
Yeah, you can see it better on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And once we get it on the tree, we'll be
Oh, look at that! Yeah, snowflakes.
So once we get it on the tree, we're gonna take a video of the tree anyhow.
Definitely.
So we'll probably put that out at a later time, but I don't know if I can quickly go to the ceiling on the top camera.
Yeah, you can see it. Snowflakes, bats. Okay, yeah. You know what? It's cool.
It does work.
It does.
There's a lot of glow on this camera. All right. Again, we haven't heard this playthrough, so let's go ahead and hit the button.
Sally, you've come back.
I had to.
That's twice this month you slipped deadly nightshade into my tea and run off.
3 times.
You're mine, you know. I made you with my own hands.
You can make other creations. I'm restless. I can't help it.
It's a phase, my dear. It'll pass. We need to be patient, that's all.
But I don't want to be patient.
Apparently that is it.
That's it?
Apparently that is it.
Sally? That soup ready yet?
Coming.
It's different.
Lunch.
Ah, what's that? Wormswort. And frog's breath.
What's wrong? I thought you liked frog's breath.
Nothing's more suspicious than frog's breath. Until you taste it, I won't swallow a spoonful.
I'm not hungry. Oops.
You want me to starve? An old man like me who hardly has strength as it is. Me, to whom you owe your very life.
Oh, don't be silly. See? Scrumptious.
Okay, I'm going to give it one more go.
So does he sing in this one?
Sally does.
Sally sings. Just trying to talk over a bit of the music so we don't get copyrighted.
I wonder if that's what they're going to do. Are they going to do more of, maybe more music characters? That would be cool, because it is a musical.
True.
So are they going to have Sally as a character singing? Because I'd be okay with that. And then maybe into Jack? Or
Maybe.
are we just focusing on the tower?
I did notice that when they're talking, the top of the tower doesn't spin.
I did notice that too.
Yeah. So, hopefully...
Wow.
Hit it one more time.
Okay.
You've poisoned
No,
me
we're
for
back
the
to the
last
original.
time, you wretched girl.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, my head.
No?
The door is open.
Hello?
Jack Skellington.
Okay, there's your third character.
Boy.
Yep.
Doctor, I need to borrow some equipment.
Is that so? Whatever for?
I'm conducting a series of experiments.
Oh, perfectly marvelous. Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
I know.
Come on into the lab and we'll get you all fixed up.
Experiments?
Again.
Wow.
Keep going. See if there's another.
Sally, you've come back.
That's back to the
That's
beginning.
back to the original.
I had to.
All right. We'll bring the house lights back up.
Wow. So it's got 3 separate...
I think there was 4. There was the first 2, and then the song, and then another one.
Okay, so
So I think
the
it's
first
I think
is
it's
an
4.
interaction between the Doctor and Sally. And then continued between the Doctor and Sally.
And then it
And
was
then
the
to
song.
Sally's song. And then introducing Jack.
And then Jack.
I mean, there's an entire scene that just is built around the tower and
right.
Finkelstein's lab. So it does make sense. But now I'm questioning, okay, but that's 3 characters that are involved in that scene. So who else do we add? Or are we just going to... I mean, you can continue. I don't know. I don't know. It's awesome. It's cool. I love the lights.
I question if they're only going to put out 3 characters, because there's only, like you said, 3 characters in this scene. Is Zero part of it at all? No.
No.
Any of the other characters in the scene?
No, it's
No.
it's
So if it's just going to be those 3 characters, do we need a 7-port cord?
Well, all the cords come with 7 ports, whether you like it or not.
Well, then the other half of it is, I like the idea that it's Bluetooth connected to the tree topper.
Agreed.
I like that,
Yep.
but now I'm using 2 plug holes.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is here. I mean, we have Sally and Jack already part of the tower. Right? So do we have a new secondary Jack and Sally character to go with the storytellers, even though they're already placed on the tower? Or are we going to add additional scenes to the tower? And how does that work? Like the tower, when it's created, like when they built these things, it's built with a pre-programmed. It's not like we can just download new content to them, right?
That's right.
So Hallmark's already got a game plan for this. I'd kind of like to know what the game plan is.
Insider information.
Right. I would love to know where we're going, Hallmark. I really would.
I'm starting to get, again, go back to the whole, I like the idea of Bluetooth. It's great because you can have the Bluetooth tree topper. You don't even need to have it on the tree. It could be elsewhere in the room.
True.
And it would interact with the ornaments on the tree.
True.
I like that.
Yep. I agree.
It's eating a plug port needlessly.
Agreed.
If it just plugged into the magic cord, like the ornaments do, then you only got 1 plug to worry about.
How many plugs do we currently have to deal with on one tree?
That's just it. And for those of you that are in the know, I made a video of how I plug in everything that's on the tree into a power bar that is on the tree, in the tree,
strapped to
the stem of the tree. Because as you can tell in other videos, if you've seen the tree is a spinning tree.
You can't have cords plugged into
You
the wall.
don't have the option of just taking the cords from the tree and plugging them into the wall, because you're going to end up with the tree walking itself over to the wall eventually when it's tangled itself up, going around and around and around.
And your tree ends up on the ground.
Yeah, you're just going to destroy your tree.
Yep.
Like everybody likes the spinning tree. I haven't heard one person who hasn't liked it.
Oh, everyone loves the spinning
We've
tree.
had over the years some issues with tree spinners breaking on us. They're not really well built.
They do make some weird noises too.
I bought a really good one last year that is on my Star Wars tree now. I keep upgrading it.
It sounds clicky though.
It is clicky, and that's why I'm worried about it again.
It almost looks like a little helicopter.
Yeah. But I wouldn't go back to just a stagnant tree.
Oh no, me neither. Never again. Never again will we have a tree that does
the tree stand breaks, I'm buying a new one. It's not even a question.
No.
So back to the plug-in issue. I've got a 6-port power bar strapped to the stem of the tree so that I can plug everything into it. And then I'm running out of room if I'm having to use 2 ports to work one set.
How many magic cord sets do you have on your tree? Just the one for the storytellers, or do you have to run a second one? You have to run 2 now, right?
I've got 2 on the tree, yeah.
Okay, so I have 2 on mine as well. Plus I have my tree topper. So you have 2 sets and a tree topper.
Yeah.
Technically I need a 3rd set because I actually took 2 ornaments off my tree for Halloween to put on the 2 other ones that have to go into those ports. So technically I should have 3 sets. Now I'm going to need 3 sets. So that's 4 plugs that have to go into a power bar plus the tree itself. So
the tree itself plugs into the wall.
Right, so it's the spinner that plugs into
that. The spinner plugs into the wall.
Right, but
everything else plugs into the spinner.
So the tree itself plugs into the power bar on the tree.
The lights on the tree, all of your storytellers, all of whatever sets of lights that you have on your tree, plug into the way I do it is plug into the power bar that's strapped to the stem of the tree.
You did the same with mine.
And then that power bar gets plugged into the part that allows you to plug stuff into on the tree stem.
Right.
So that'll allow it to rotate around with it.
Your additional is the tree skirt.
And the tree skirt isn't plugged into the tree.
Oh, no, I guess it doesn't have to. That can be plugged into the wall. That's right.
That's stagnant on the ground.
Right.
That gets plugged into...
Just the amount of plugs that we have to use, though, is crazy.
I almost think Hallmark should come out with some form of extension cord.
Yeah.
That has multiple...
More ports on it, because this is getting insane.
Yeah.
I don't know, Hallmark.
Like, in 10 years, I'm going to need 2 or 3 power bars going all the way up the stem of the tree. And then you've also got the issue of, is that overloading the circuits and the power bar? I mean, the power bar is going to trip before anything else, which is
Absolutely.
good. You've got that backup. If you've got one with a fuse on it, bonus. Go ahead and get that.
Yeah.
But, again, these... I like the idea of putting this on a table and letting it go.
I kind of do too. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to just be like, you know what? It's just going to stay out on the table. But
if we're moving the Haunted Mansion stuff into the room, we can use this on the Halloween / Christmas tree.
It is. See, here's my other problem. It is very Halloween, right? It is a Halloween tree topper.
Yes.
The Haunted Mansion is a Halloween set.
Yes.
So as of today, I have the Haunted Mansion on the top of my tree.
There is a Disney tree topper.
I know there's a Disney tree topper.
It came out years ago.
Let's
and to get
not
it now,
complicate things.
It came out years ago, but I don't know if it's interactive.
I don't know. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm surprised we don't actually have a set of Disney character storytellers.
We started collecting these things almost the year it came out. We weren't interested then because I was just trying to get all the Star Wars stuff.
That's true.
And now to go back and get the Disney ones,
Is there a Disney storyteller?
Yeah, the Fat Five.
Oh, okay.
Goofy, Minnie, Mickey, Donald, Daisy, right?
Get a headache just thinking about it.
And then I believe there's a tree topper, but I'm not sure what the tree topper is. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Comment down below. Yeah, I mean that would go on the Christmas tree as opposed to the Halloween tree.
All right, well, let's box these guys back up.
Ratings first. Well, you're torn. I know you're torn. You have no idea. It's Nightmare Before Christmas. This gets 10. Yeah. And now you're looking at, okay, but it's the same ornaments over again, so...
Okay, let's do this separately. As far as the tower itself goes, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
The lights.
That's fair.
The music. If it was just lights and music, I'd be absolutely 100% in. If you just gave me a tree topper that did lights and even threw in some music, this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Finkelstein on his own, he's another Finkelstein. I only have one other one. Okay, so he's interactive. I will give him an 8 out of 10, but I am torn on this as a set. I'm very torn on a set because I don't know what the plan is for moving forward with these. I have serious concerns about where this is going to go. And rehashing the same characters to put on this set is going to really irk me if that's what we're doing next year. When we have this video next year and we have to discuss the next storyteller that goes with this set,
that'll be your final.
That's going to be my final nail in the coffin. Whether I completely change my attitude and I'm thrilled with this set, or if they just make me that much angrier. I like the tree topper on its own. Love it.
But it should have interacted with what's already come out.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
Make it interact with what I already have on my tree. I'd have been thrilled.
Yeah.
I would have pulled all those guys off and set them all up on this table.
Yep.
Knowing it would have driven me crazy to put everything back on that tree and hooked everything up. This having to do it like
Maybe
this.
That's their plan, though. Like we had said off camera. I've got 9 films plus to draw from for storytellers and tree toppers. You've got 1.
Exactly.
So are they just going to take certain scenes in the movie and make storytellers out of? Like you've got this scene now.
Yep.
The lab. I mean, you've also got Oogie Boogie's.
Oh,
right?
If you could make Oogie Boogie's lair, why didn't you make Oogie Boogie's lair instead of the tower?
Right. And then
that would have been amazing.
And then you've also got, like, what is it? The citizens of the town.
Halloween Town.
And going through their whole...
But they could have done Oogie Boogie's lair with a roulette table. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Added Sandy Claus and Sally strapped to the roulette wheel.
I think that might be the direction they're going.
Well,
you might end up having scenes, because if you're saying this is a specific scene,
it is a specific scene
based on the dialogue and stuff that we listen to, they might be. My theory of I have 9 films to draw from is absolutely useless, because even though they have 9 films to choose from, they still went with New Hope with both of them. For both of them,
and it's pretty much the same scene that ends it, except that your storytellers do kind of spread the entire story.
Right.
But for this set, I don't know what our plan is. So I will give the Tree Topper a 10 out of 10 because I absolutely love the Tree Topper. But I'm not going to go there with Dr. Finkelstein. It's fine. I can't.
All right. Well, let's put them back in their
perspective boxes.
Yes. I have the Tree Topper down here. I will get it ready.
Okay. And I will see about packing up Dr. Finkelstein.
Top camera is your show. Look what they did to this box.
I know. I don't know who did that. So they literally just made a nest out of this. They just nest him in there.
The cardboard is over there too.
And then his cardboard.
Show the top camera.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to. I think it goes this direction. It's got kind of two little tab things at the bottom. So he goes in.
They wrap around the base.
They wrap around, and he's secluded in this little cardboard box.
Coffin.
Okay. And then I will one-handedly, skillfully put it into the box. Look at that. Skill. Whew. And then I'll always put my instructions back in the box because that's just what we do. Okay, so he's back. I'm curious because
set him in the background on top of the stand.
I just accidentally bumped this. I'm curious.
You poisoned me for
it still plays through without him.
Wretched girl. Oh, my head. The door is open. Oh, Jack Skellington. Up here, my boy.
So instead of throwing the sound to the ornament, it pushes it through the tower. Right?
Now I'm wishing we had just looked to see what Finkelstein done on his own.
Marvelous. Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I know.
So this is going to play everything without me hooking up the storytellers. Is that where we're going?
To me, that's what it sounds like it's doing. It's playing everything without the
So ornament. I don't need Dr. Finkelstein to do all of the dialogue.
No, you don't need him. No.
He's just a bonus.
Yeah, a placeholder on the tree. You want to pull him back out and plug him in and see what he does on his own? I'm kind of curious myself now.
Looks like we're taking him back out of the box, folks.
This is going to be a long video, but hey, at least you're getting all the information.
I did not mean to hit the button. I was trying to put him back in the box, and I leaned on the remote that happened to be under my arm. So I'm curious now. What does he do on his own?
I'll unplug the tree topper.
Okay. I'm just going to hold him.
Yep. Show him the top camera.
Top camera. Ready?
That's twice this month you've slipped deadly nightshade into my tea and run off.
Okay, he doesn't play...
He just plays his own lines.
Just his own lines, yes.
What's that? Wormswort. And frog's breath. Nothing's more suspicious than frog's breath.
He just plays his lines.
Until you taste it, I won't swallow a spoonful.
He's just going to play his own Finkelstein lines.
Okay, so... It's clear that Jack and Sally are coming in.
Absolutely.
Clear.
Now it is.
I think it's only going to be a 3 ornament set in a tree topper then. Because there's nobody else talking in the background.
So the scene is This is the day after Halloween. Sally has to come back because she had to take her arm off to get away.
Yeah.
So she's coming back to the tower.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And she has to kind of cower back to the doctor to get her arm back.
Mm.
And then she makes soup for him. And then Jack shows up because he wants to do the experiments on how to create Christmastown.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 3 of them in the scene.
Mm-hmm. So you can expect next year to be probably both Jack and Sally.
Most likely, because we had the tree topper and 1 character this year. So next year will be just, here, add these 2 characters to your scene.
How are you still feeling about your...
Not great. I still love the tree topper on its own, but
I'm going to agree with you. The tree topper on its own, yeah, it's 9 or 10.
I love it.
I totally agree with you. You do not need the other ornaments if you just want to make it run through. To me, the ornament on its own is pointless.
I agree. As of right now, the ornament on its own seems to be kind of pointless.
Hold on. But once the treetop or the storytellers come out next year for Jack and Sally, there will be more interaction.
But we've heard.
But are you going to get all of the bells and whistles with that?
And we've heard the dialogue already, though. Like, is there going to be?
All it does is transfer the dialogue from the tower to the ornament.
Character, to the ornament. Yeah. And amplifies the ornaments. But it's not really enhancing it. It's not going to bring anything else to it. There's no more dialogue pre-programmed into the tower. So it's not even like we're going to go into the next scene and have Zero come barking in, because if the tower's already got the scene recorded in it and the tower plays the whole scene and the characters are just an enhancement, this is it. There's 3 characters in the tower and that's going to be our set. I can't see how they add to it unless I got nothing. I'm kind of hoping the part that came on with Sally's song will actually have Sally singing
from the actual
to her ornament. If Sally sings out of her ornament, I will be excited.
I'm just guessing here because we have no clue. I'm pretty sure the ornament next year will have both music and Sally's voice.
I hope so.
Why they wouldn't have put it in here, though, I have no idea, into the tower.
I don't know.
If they're kind of doing that with all the voices.
I really wish I hadn't done
I'm going to be honest, people. This set is kind of confusing to both Heather and I, because it's overkill. Is it like I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe it?
I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't understand.
This on its own, like let me say, the tower on its own is fantastic.
Love it.
The ornaments that go with it, if you're already playing everything within the tower.
You don't need the ornaments.
You don't need the ornaments, but I can see wanting the ornaments to put on your tree. But if you already have these ornaments on your tree from different sets or storytellers from another set, do you really need another Jack and Sally? Even though now you've got a storyteller, Dr. Finkelstein? I don't know what to tell you, people. I need your input. Like,
please,
what do you think?
Please comment.
Anyway,
help me with this.
We're gonna put away the tower now.
And then I will skillfully figure out how to get that onto the tree. All right, so it's pretty straightforward. It can only go one way.
You just roll it around until it slides in easily. Nope, other way. Yep,
did you hand me the top?
Yep,
oh, there it
going,
goes. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. And then the back. Or this might actually be the front. Might be.
Depending on which way you look at it.
Okay, can you help me with the box? Because this is definitely not one I can do one-handed.
I'm going to put the box here. And then I will take.
Thank you. My T-Rex arms just aren't long enough.
And of course, there's the plug and everything else that goes in it. Yeah, we can.
He goes in the top, I believe. Actually, don't worry, because he's going right back out on the tree. Yep.
See, look at what
I don't know who did that.
Oh, it's so bad.
It came like that. I'm very sad.
Unboxing, people. Keep your boxes nice.
Chris gets very upset about boxes.
All right.
I leave it to you guys. Help me out here. Help me understand and help me determine whether or not Hallmark's done a good thing.
For now, this has been the Nightmare Before Christmas Tower and first storyteller of the year, 2024. Like and subscribe. Don't forget about our giveaways. There's a video that I put out a few days ago of our giveaways. I won't go through it again. Until we see you in our next video, we hope you have a very good day.